Today I'm going to show you how to take off the rear spoiler on your 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic Coupe. The 4-door is going to be similar, but today we're going to be working on the 2-door only. First thing you're going to do is you're going to open the trunk, and we're going to locate the bolts. So there's going to be 2 on each side, 2 there, and then of course 2 here, and then there's going to be 1 center one. So if you go to the center of the trunk and then you go up, that piece in there, that's going to be the 5th one. What you're going to need is you're going to need a ratchet with a little extension on there, so it's going to be a 10 millimeter. So if you have help on this would be good, because they'll hold the spoiler while you're loosening it. Otherwise, if it's your first time, the spoiler might still stick onto the trunk, so you might be okay. But if you have help, it might be easier. So let's just take off the center bolt first here. So now when I took it off there, it fell all the way down, all the way to the side right there. So just be careful when you're taking that nut off. If you're careful, it wouldn't drop like me, so it did take me a few seconds to try to retrieve the nut because it fell somewhere down here somewhere. So now what we'll do is we'll take off 2 on each side. I guess what we can probably do is we'll just loosen it before taking all of it off. So what I'll do is I'll just loosen these top ones on each side, and then I'll take it out, and then just loosen the bottom one, and then see if I can take it off without it dropping. So actually, you might not really need a second person, because as you can see here, there is a little stud that's sticking out there that's probably going to hold on the spoiler without letting it drop. So what we'll do is we'll just, I guess we'll probably be okay with just taking these off here. Let me see how, I'll just take off these bolts here, so we're probably safe without it like falling off, because that little stud sticking out on the center is gonna hold on to the spoiler here. Let's see here. Okay, after my struggle, took that one off. So as you can see, those 4 bolts are off, and that nut from there is off too. So here we should be able to just carefully close the trunk, and then we're going to lift up the spoiler. Just be careful, because there will be a cable for this center brake light that's going to stick down there. Okay, so it looks like we're probably going to have to take the 3rd brake light off, so which is going to be right there, the Phillips on each side. So we'll take those 2 off, and then we're probably gonna disconnect the cable from after we take off the 3rd brake light. So these are the screws here. Just make sure you use the correct screwdriver. Don't use a really small one, otherwise you'll strip these I don't know how you explain it. If you mess it up, and then it's gonna be a hassle to drill it out. But anyway, this is what it should look like after we take it off, and we're just gonna disconnect the cable. Just these 2 here, I guess there's a little weather cover over it, weather stripping or weather cover, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, we'll just take that apart, and then we'll be able to lift off the spoiler. So let me show you how to take it off. Actually, I'll just give you a little tip. So here's where you're going to separate it. So you just pull, like I might not be able to do it with one hand, but you're just gonna separate this, let's see here, that part right there. We'll separate this piece from this smoother piece. And the same thing with here. So just make sure you, this one right here, so there's this little piece on this side, and then you'll separate from this side. So make sure you don't it shouldn't take that much strength to separate it, okay? But I don't want you to mess it up. So here's what the end look like. So the one that's on the car, that black cable, it has this little short piece here. And then of course here's the metal, and then there's the other piece. And this is the what's on the third brake light. Okay, so hopefully that helps. And now we should be able to lift it out. So this piece right here is going to be stuck to the car, so it'll probably go down here and then right down there. So just be careful, don't tug on it too hard. Now, after carefully examining the that little cable here, it looks like you might not have to actually take off the third brake light, because if you're careful enough, this will actually be able to come off with the spoiler straight up. I guess that'll be up to you if you don't want to take off that third brake light. It's not that much more, but it's going to be connected on to this green piece right here, like that. So all you're going to do is, there's this tab that right here, that all you're going to do is you're going to press it with your thumb, just like that. You press it and then you just pull it out. So it'll be up to you if you want to pull it off without taking off the third brake light. To me, taking off third brake light doesn't really take that much more time. It's just 2 screws. So once you take that out, this is what it looks like now. So there's going to be some holes there. I don't know, I think it looks good without the spoiler, but whatever. So to install it, again, it's just reverse order.